You pull up to the gas station, you look at the price, $4.50 per gallon. Last month, it was $3.75. Last year, it was $2.90. You feel it in your gut. That anger, that frustration. You're getting robbed. Someone is screwing you. The oil companies are getting rich while you're going broke filling up your tank. You fill up anyway, $50. You drive away fuming. You see the Shell CEO on the news. Record profits. Billions. You think, of course, they're jacking up prices because they're greedy. Everyone agrees. Your coworker says it. The guy at the bar says it. Your uncle posts about it on Facebook. Big oil is screwing us. They control the prices. They make them go up whenever they want. It makes sense. It feels right. There's just one problem. It's completely wrong. This isn't me defending oil companies. This is me showing you how the game actually works. Because when you don't understand how gas prices work, you get played. You make bad decisions. You vote for bad policies. You waste money trying to fight a system you don't understand. It's called the gas price illusion. My name is Simon, and on this channel, we expose the hidden systems that control your money. Most people think gas stations and oil companies set gas prices. Today, I'm going to prove to you that gas prices are set by a system so complex that even the oil companies can't fully control it. If you want to understand what's really happening to your money at the pump, smash that like button and let's dive into the story of why gas was $2 in 2020 and $5 in 2022. To understand gas prices, we need to understand something most people ignore. Your local gas station owner doesn't set the price. The oil company doesn't set the price. Nobody sits in a room and decides, let's make gas expensive today. Gas prices are set by a global market that trades 100 million barrels of oil per day. Every second, buyers and sellers around the world are agreeing on prices. Those prices determine what you pay at the pump. Let me break down what actually happens when gas prices go up. It starts with crude oil. Crude oil is the raw material. It gets refined into gasoline. Crude oil prices are set by global supply and demand, not by oil companies, by everyone who uses oil, which is everyone. When crude oil costs $50 per barrel, gasoline costs about $2 per gallon. When crude oil costs $100 per barrel, gasoline costs about $4 per gallon. The math is simple. 42 gallons of crude oil makes about 19 gallons of gasoline. If oil costs $100 per barrel, that's about $5.20 per gallon just for the crude oil. Add refining, taxes, transportation, and station markup, and you get your pump price. Your gas station owner isn't getting rich. They make about 10 cents per gallon. The oil company makes about 50 cents per gallon. The government makes about 50 cents per gallon in taxes. The rest is the cost of crude oil. So when you see gas jump from $3 to $4.50, it's not the gas station owner gouging you. It's not even the oil company. It's the global crude oil price. Now you're thinking, okay, Simon, but why does crude oil go up? That's the real question, and the answer is complicated. Let me show you what actually moves oil prices. Reason number one, supply disruptions. Oil comes from specific places: Middle East, Russia, Texas, Venezuela, Canada, Nigeria. When something happens in those places, supply drops, prices spike. A hurricane hits Texas refineries. 20% of US refining capacity goes offline for 2 weeks. Gasoline supply drops. Prices jump 50 cents per gallon. Russia invades Ukraine. The world sanctions Russian oil. That's 10 million barrels per day off the market. Prices jump from $90 to $130 per barrel. Your gas goes from $3.50 to $5. Saudi Arabia and OPEC cut production to boost prices. They reduce output by 2 million barrels per day. Prices rise $30 per barrel. Your gas goes up $1. These aren't greedy CEOs sitting in boardrooms. These are geopolitical events: wars, sanctions, hurricanes, accidents, political decisions. You can't control them. Oil companies can't control them. They just react. Reason number two, demand spikes. When the economy is booming, everyone drives more. Trucks ship more. Factories run more. Airlines fly more. Oil demand goes up. Prices go up. Summer hits. People take road trips. Gasoline demand spikes 15%. Prices rise every single summer, like clockwork. China's economy explodes. They build factories and highways. Their oil consumption goes from 5 million barrels per day to 15 million barrels per day over a decade. Global demand increases. Global prices increase. COVID lockdowns end. Everyone starts driving again. Demand snaps back faster than supply. Prices skyrocket. This is basic economics. More demand, same supply, equals higher prices. Reason number 3, the refining bottleneck. You can have all the crude oil in the world. If you can't refine it into gasoline, it doesn't matter. The US hasn't built a new oil refinery since 1977, 46 years. Meanwhile, demand has doubled. We're running the same refineries at maximum capacity. When one refinery goes down for maintenance, gasoline supply in that region drops. Prices spike. California loses one refinery. Gas jumps $1 per gallon in California, while Texas stays cheap. This isn't gouging, it's a supply chain bottleneck. Reason number 4, speculation and trading. Oil is traded on futures markets. Traders buy and sell contracts for future oil delivery. This creates volatility. When traders think there might be a war, they buy oil futures. The price goes up even though nothing has actually happened yet. Your gas price goes up based on fear of future supply issues. When traders think demand will drop, they sell. Prices crash. Your gas drops $1 in 2 weeks. The 2020 crash. COVID hits. Demand collapses. Oil prices go negative. Yes, negative. Producers paid people to take oil because storage was full. Gas dropped to $1.50 per gallon. Then, 2021 hits. Demand returns. Supply hasn't caught up. Traders panic buy. Oil spikes to $120. Gas hits $5. The actual amount of oil in the ground didn't change. The perception of future supply and demand changed. Now here's what makes people angry. Oil companies do make record profits when prices spike. That's true. But here's the part nobody explains. When oil is $100 per barrel, oil companies make more money, obviously. But they don't control the price of oil. They just produce it. Imagine you're a farmer. You grow corn. Corn usually sells for $4 per bushel. You make a small profit. Then a drought hits. Corn prices spike to $8 per bushel. You didn't cause the drought, but you make more money because prices went up. Are you gouging? No. You're selling at market price. The market price went up because supply dropped. Oil companies are the same. They produce oil. When oil prices are high, they make more money. When oil prices are low, they lose money. They don't control the price. The market does. In 2020, when oil went negative, oil companies lost billions. Exxon lost $22 billion. Chevron lost $5 billion. Shell lost $21 billion. Nobody said, look at these generous oil companies losing money to keep gas cheap. Because that's not how it works. They don't set prices. They react to prices, just like everyone else. So what's the real reason gas is expensive right now? It's a perfect storm. Russian oil is sanctioned. That's 10 million barrels per day gone. OPEC is cutting production. Demand is high because the economy recovered from COVID. Refineries are running at max capacity with no new capacity coming online. And traders are betting on continued high prices. None of this is a conspiracy. It's just a complex global system with multiple moving parts. Now, here's the part that will make you angry. Politicians lie about this constantly. When gas prices are high, the party out of power blames the president. He caused this with his policies. When gas prices are low, the party in power takes credit. Our policies are working. Both are lying. The president doesn't control global oil prices. U.S. production is 3% of global demand. Presidential policies have minimal short-term impact. Gas was cheap in 2020 because COVID destroyed demand, not because of who was president. Gas was expensive in 2022 because demand recovered and Russia was sanctioned, not because of who was president. Politicians lie because voters don't understand the system, and voters don't push back because they want someone to blame. So what can you actually do about gas prices? Strategy number 1, accept what you can't control. You can't change global oil markets. You can't stop wars. You can't force OPEC to pump more oil. Spending emotional energy being angry at gas prices is wasting your life. The price is what it is. Adjust your behavior accordingly. Strategy number 2, reduce your exposure. If gas is expensive, drive less, carpool, take public transit, combine errands, work from home when possible. The average American drives 13,000 miles per year at 25 miles per gallon. That's 520 gallons. At $4.50 per gallon, that's $2,340 per year. Cut your driving 20%, save $468. That's real money. Strategy number 3, buy fuel efficient. When you replace your car, buy something that gets 35 miles per gallon instead of 20. Same 13,000 miles. Now you use 370 gallons instead of 520. At $4.50 per gallon, that's $1,665 instead of $2,340. You save $675 per year, every year. Over 10 years, that's $6,750 in your pocket. Strategy number 4. Stop making emotional decisions. Don't drive across town to save 10 cents per gallon. You'll burn $1 in gas to save $3 on a fill-up. You're losing money. Don't buy a $40,000 electric car to save on gas. If you spend $20,000 more than a gas car and you save $1,000 per year on gas, it takes 20 years to break even. You're losing money. Make rational economic decisions, not emotional ones. The brutal truth about gas prices is that they're mostly out of your control, and that's okay. You don't control the weather. You don't get angry at rain, you just bring an umbrella. You don't control gas prices. Don't get angry at the market, just adapt your behavior. The people who waste their energy screaming about gas prices stay broke. The people who accept reality and adjust their habits build wealth. Look, I get it. High gas prices suck. They eat into your budget. They feel unfair. But feeling angry doesn't change the price. It just makes you miserable. Understanding the system gives you power. Not power to change global oil markets, power to make smart decisions for yourself. Don't be the person who blames phantom villains. Be the person who understands how the system works and plays it smart. If you want to learn more about making rational decisions in an irrational world, check out this video where I break down how inflation actually works and what you can do about it. And if this video changed how you think about gas prices, hit that like button. Subscribe to Simon for financial clarity in a world of noise. I'll see you in the next one. Understand the system, control what you can, let go of the rest.